Smoking cannabis in public is something the Otago branch of NORML do every week at their 420 protests on campus. This weekend, around 100 people were taking part in J-Day, handing out literature, talking to people and getting their views on what they think should happen in this country surrounding the reform of cannabis prohibition. And while they were openly smoking marijuana in public, the police didn't seem too interested in their activities.
You know, it's not a wise use of their resources to try to arrest, 50 cannabis smokers. It would take all their available officers on duty. There was a rugby game that day, graduation, lots of intoxicated people getting ready to and from both of those events, so we were the least of their worries.
The international protest is now in its 21st year and happens in over 200 cities around the world on the same day. Gray says it's a way of showing support for people in the community who feel persecuted, and getting off campus and into the wider public gives more people the opportunity to see what the group's about.
J-Day in and of itself wasn't anything out of the ordinary for Dunedin, or Dunsterdam as we like to call it, but it is nice to bring it out into the Octagon and off of the university campus, and we get a lot of goodwill from the public who, might not feel associated with the university, but do support law reform.
Gray has been in New Zealand for 10 years and says this country was very close to law reform then, but it never happened. Now there are problems with the synthetic cannabinoids sold in dairies, and it's a big issue in Dunedin.
It's making people wonder out loud, these concerned parents from South Dunedin, from Mosgiel, why are they selling this in dairies and this other stuff that's less harmful, natural cannabis, is illegal? Maybe they should legalize cannabis, and then all these people wouldn't be hitting up the dairies for synthetics.
With up to 400,000 recreational users in this country, Gray says he would like to see full legislation of cannabis, but starting out with decriminalisation would be a start. The J-Day protesters were asked to leave the Lower Octagon by Youth Week representatives who had a permit for a launch there. The protesters moved to the Robbie Burns statue, and the DCC negotiated with the group, which was allowed to stay and have its say. D. Karen, 39 Dunedin News.